Hey, you want to talk about Stardust Valkyrie? This game. This fucking game, man. It's just so cool and interesting. And what if it looks like Roblox? Your mother looks like Roblox. The characters are so unique, the mechanics are just so pristine, it's amazing. And since quite literally no soul has ever talked about this game, I'ma give it its due diligence. So, what makes Stardust Valkyrie unique? If you mean aesthetically, most of the characters are based upon zodiac signs, and everything that revolves around the characters, like the stages and music, usually have a sort of space theme, whether it be stars, black holes, things of that nature. But some of you might not care about that. A lot of you might say, well, what about the mechanics of the game? Does it do anything fun? Yes it does. If I had to pull it to bullet points, I would put 4 down. Shines, jump cancels, shields, and Hundo. Let's talk about shines first. Every single person's down B involves a shine, and from saying that, I can already see the rolled eyes on a lot of people. But there's 2 ways to look at this. The different shines and the same shines. Let's talk about the different shines first. There's some character shines that actually have a different property to make them a little different and a little unique compared to everyone else. Take Stinky for example. Her down B looks like it does nothing until you realize that you can combine it with regular B in order to make it an even stronger projectile than it already is. Throw a few flies with B, hit someone with down B, and now those flies turn into seeking, guiding missiles. So if you want some variety when it comes to shine, it's certainly there for certain characters. However, we have to talk about the second one, which is, people have the same sort of shine. See, a lot of people could say that, oh, well, if everyone has a shine, then that's just a waste of a move. We could have made another creative move in order to give the character. But sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes the kit of the character is so much already that there's just one move that you're not going to use. Like, I don't know. I play Captain Falcon, and I've never wanted to use, like, Falcon Kick at any point in time. So, maybe there's just a difference there. But also, it seems that the creator of this game gave a lot of, like, combo routes when you actually use these shines. So, it doesn't feel like only the rushdown characters can use this move compared to every single one else. So instead of just feeling like a wasted move, it honestly feels like a very good universal mechanic that anyone can use at any point in time. Plus, it's just sick, alright? Can we at least agree that it's just sick? But if you wanted more, I got another thing to talk about. Now it's true, jump cancels have been in a lot of other different fighting games. But the thing is, when it comes to Stardust Valkyrie, their jump cancel system is pretty different. See, a lot of moves, especially when it comes to the aerials of this game, can immediately be jump canceled into other moves. So in Stardust Valkyrie's case, you can quite literally do Marvel combos against someone if you really can. You can do forward air, jump cancel into like another up air or even a forward air. It's insane. In every other platform fighter, you kind of have to wait until you land in order to get another aerial, but you can immediately, as soon as you hit someone, jump cancel and just do other stuff. It provides a good aggressive but also baity tempo that not a lot of platform fighters can replicate. Simply just having this mechanic changes the game. It's insane. Alright, so let's talk about the next one. Shields.
Oh, who the hell is that?
They don't have pizza, get rid of them.
Oh, this better not be.
Hey, yo, we're gonna put
No marble, no! Yo, come on, no!
Again, just like the other 2 mechanics, shields being a thing doesn't really seem that unique, but they have a special property in this game. Shields in this game are really powerful. It honestly feels like they're 3 times stronger than like most other shields in other platform fighters. And although they get smaller, they don't really break. So yes, that technically means that you can literally have a millimeter worth of shield and you're still guarding, but you're gonna get clipped eventually, I guess. There's also a special thing that you can do while someone's shielding if you think it's too powerful. See, some characters actually have like quote-unquote infinites when it comes to shielding. Like for this character, for example, I can jab and also shine your shield, and it's pretty much true, forcing you in order to do something else. And sure, this sounds like a lot like melee, but think about it like this. It's only going to get smaller and smaller, and your shield's never going to break, but you will get fudged out with a move eventually. But before that, you'd have to actually like get through these shields, and because they're so big and because they're so strong, it's really hard for this to happen in the first place. This is also great because it kind of interacts with jump cancels, because in order to jump cancel something, you have to actually hit the opponent. If you shield it, it kind of won't work. Because of how shield works in this game, it opens up a lot of options when it comes to defender and attacker, and I think this is very interesting and definitely very unique when it comes to platform fighters. Alright, let's get with the final mechanic that is very unique in this game, and that's Hundo. So, what is Hundo? In Stardust Valkyrie, if your character hits 100%, you will immediately go into another phase of your character that I refer to as Hundo. It's also recognized by your character icon being blue. What happens is that your character not only increases in knockback, but also in hit stun taken. Which is kind of funny because usually when you're in high percents in these types of games, it's when you usually die, but it actually kind of inverses it because you can actually set up for a lot of combos when someone's at Hundo just to kill them. It's pretty funny. It also activates as soon as the percent hits 100. Meaning that if you were at, say, 98% and someone back throws you, that back throw, as soon as it would become 100%, increases the knockback and hit stun. I've never heard of a mechanic like this in traditional fighters, let alone platform fighters. And honestly, I like it a lot. See, we've always had these sort of wonky mechanics, like in Smash 4 with Rage, for example. And it always felt awful because it really increased the person that DI'd a lot more. Hundo, however, doesn't really feel too much in the advantage of the attacker, and it also provides some sort of interesting combos if you really wanted to think it down for a sec. Honestly, a really cool inclusion. These are definitely the best reasons why I would consider playing Stardust Valkyrie. The mechanics just have a lot of new variety to it that I haven't seen in a lot of platform fighters. And if they're not completely new like shields or jump cancels, they're entirely reinvented in order to play a different way, which is great. All of these mechanics and also systems culminate together in order to make this platform fighter really, really interesting. Defense is interesting, offense is interesting, and more importantly, a lot of the times, people just look cool playing it. I also like the dedication that the dev has done for this game. See, if you don't know, there's only one dev in this game, and every single other month, this game just gets better and better in quality because of them. Hell, I'm talking to you while we just got the biggest update in this game, where the dev actually gave a lot of moves that characters already have special effects. Not only that, completely changed some moves that characters have to make them a lot more interesting. And I know I'd meme about the game looking a little rough like PS2 characters, but honestly, when you take a look back, when you notice that there's one dev and they're trying their best, yeah, I don't really want to complain about it. And I also understand that, you know, there's not a lot of single player options and not really a big arcade mode when it comes to this game, and I know a lot of people will write it off if that's the case. But it's honestly a really fun experience, and to be fair, it's only $10. It may not be the most fleshed out game when it comes to content, but it definitely has a lot of potential. So please give it a try. There's a great Discord community that would love to teach you how to Chungus Dash. And who knows, maybe if it gets a lot more support, it can get a lot more fleshed out as time goes on. Maybe so much so that, like Nasby, we can get a Stardust Valkyrie too, completely just blowing everything out of the water. But maybe that's just a little hopeful. Either way, I definitely recommend the game, and I hope a lot of people just give it a chance.